guys, welcome to Covert with A Narcissist 101. I'm Kate. Thank you so much for subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And welcome to my channel, guys. Today I want to talk about briefly about self-reflection after narcissistic abuse. I just want to make sure I kind of point out, because I was having a conversation with somebody over the weekend for the week, yes, and what started as a conversation about end of relationship and self-reflection moved from there to them beating themselves up. So I wanted to kind of give me an idea to talk about this, to make sure that when you are self-reflecting and not beating yourself down. After narcissistic abuse, after an end of relationship, it's good to take time to self-reflect. That's a normal thing to do. You kind of reassess and see maybe where you need some work within yourself, or where maybe you overdid it. So it's normal. That's what normal people do. Of course, that doesn't apply to narcissists. So for the normal folks, that's the time after an end of relationship. You take time to reassess and self-reflect, but make sure you're self-reflecting and not beating yourself up. Self-reflection is you acknowledging, what that you might have, or that what you do, or if you feel like, you pretty much find out that, okay, I don't have boundaries, or I don't have firm boundaries, or people please even at my own detriment, and you need to please people even though you are hurting yourself, but you seem like you rather get that joy from helping people while you are suffering. So those are things that you acknowledge. You're acknowledging things that you need to work on. You're acknowledging things that make sure that you're a better version of you, while at the same time being able to help other people. So you don't put yourself in the back burner. If that's things that come up while you self-reflecting, that you acknowledge that you need to work on. Now, that is not the time to start beating yourself up. That's not the time to say, oh my God, I'm so stupid. This is gonna be like the fourth relationship. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I let that man do that to me. I can't believe I let that woman do that to me. Oh my goodness, what is even wrong with me? That is not the time to beat yourself down. Because if you beat yourself down, how are you gonna get up? That's a disservice to you. You can't. That is not the time to beat yourself up for things that happen, or people that con you, or people that try to get over on you. So you self-reflect, you acknowledge stuff, but don't sit down and list all the things that are wrong with you, because during the self-reflections you might acknowledge things that you need to work on, and of course at the same time see where somebody else may have done something to you because of those things that you haven't worked on. So you're not coming and talking about how stupid or dumb or crazy or whatever it is that you are, that this happened to you 7 times, 10 times, the 100th time. That is a disservice to yourself. That's not going to help you. It's not going to help you heal. It's not going to help you recover. It's not going to help you fix anything, because all you're doing is sitting down and pretty much wallowing and beating yourself down more than whatever it is. Maybe if it's a narcissistic abuse that happened in a relationship, that is not the time to beat yourself up, because when these people exit or you leave them, of course, everything, so many things have crashed and burned and everything. So the last thing you need is not, instead of equipping yourself with knowledge and that comes from self-reflecting, that you sit down and beat yourself up more than they actually did before, on top of what they actually, they did before they left, or you left them, So I just kind of wanted to touch on that, when you make sure you're self-reflecting, you're acknowledging things that within you that you need to work on, that maybe that made it easy for all these crazy people that come into our lives, and not sit down and list all the horrible things, all the mistakes that you've made since first grade. That is not the time. That is not self-reflecting. That is doing a disservice to yourself. That is pretty much going to stall you, because if you beat yourself up so much, you actually might end up sitting there. You might end up sitting there, you don't want to get up anymore. So that is not self-reflecting. So let's make sure that, we're self-reflecting and not beating ourselves up. All right, guys. Of course, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And of course, get your mind together and everything else will fall into place. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.